Alright, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the video. Today we have a blog post here for season 3, which they put out on the 31st. Hopefully I upload this on the 31st. If not, then, oh well, I guess. So, starting off with multiplayer, because this is the first one they want to show, we have the firing range map here, which is obviously a 6v6 mode map. And obviously, if you're unaware, firing range is a returning map because it's been around since Black Ops 1 and has been remastered many times. It just looks probably a little bit different. Next, we have Barrage 6v6, which this picture doesn't really show much, but yeah. Also, I'm not going to say the description for these maps because, I don't know, I feel like the descriptions are kind of pointless. And then for our final third map, we have a 6v6 and a 2v2, which is called Nomad. Continuing forward, we have multiplayer modes that are new. And first we have Sharpshooter. Flex your skills in this classic Black Ops free-for-all party mode where every operator is assigned the same loadout, which changes every 45 seconds. Each cycle introduces a new primary and secondary weapon, from scoped sniper rifles to akimbo pistols, plus a new dedicated melee weapon and tactical and lethal equipment. Use everything at your disposal to eliminate enemies while unlocking bonus abilities for going on a streak. In total, you can go up to 5. 1 being increased movement speed, 2 being increased reload speed, 3 being increased sprint recovery speed, 4 being increased ADS speed, and the 5th one being earning double score for eliminating enemies. Keep the streak going to unlock double score and make a run for the top 3. When you're taken out, respawn and build up those bonuses again. A short countdown precedes each weapon swap. Adapt and win. And then the other mode that we have here is Demolition. Now this one's a pretty obvious one. This one has also been around for quite a while, but basically alternate between attacking and defending 2 bomb sites. The attacking team must destroy both bomb sites to win the round, getting a time bonus after detonating the first site. All attacking operators spawn with a bomb and respawns are active for both teams throughout the match. Defense is all about running down the clock. Defuse planted bombs right away, as the match timer pauses whenever a bomb site is in active countdown. If one of the sites is destroyed, regroup and throw everything you have into defending the last one. Next up, we have the weapons here, which is obviously for multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone. And first we have the Kilo 141, which is a fully auto assault rifle that, according to them, has improved handling and a steady fire rate. And all you have to do to unlock this Kilo 141 is just logging into Call of Duty Warzone once Season 3 drops. Or I guess when Warzone drops, because it drops the day after. But anyways, next we have the CR56, which is another assault rifle here. Again, fully auto. And according to the game, once again, it says it has a fast fire rate and good handling, and is perfect for a mid-range weapon. It eliminates enemies in 3 to 4 shots up to 25 meters. And in order to unlock this, it is through the Battle Pass. Next up, we have another returning weapon. They're just giving us everything that's in returning, bro. But we have the HDR, which is a sniper rifle, and it is bolt action, in case you're curious. So, according to the person that made this patch notes, they decided to add, for whatever reason, if you add a reinforced barrel attachment, it extends your damage range and bullet velocity. And obviously, once again, you unlock this one through the Battle Pass. Next up, we have some Cali sticks here. This one, I don't know if I'm hyped for this one coming back, I'm not gonna lie. But in case you are curious, it is a melee weapon, in case you did not know that. It is a 2-hit kill in this game. It has a very fast attack speed, and in a short range. Obviously, it's a melee weapon, come on now. Now, there isn't really much to say about melee weapons, aside from, I guess, talking about a perk. Anyways though, in order to unlock this, it is through an event, which I believe they announced later on in the patch notes, so we'll get to there in a moment. And for our final new weapon here, we have the nail gun, which again is another returning weapon. In case you're curious, it is full auto, and again, according to the person that made this patch notes, it is a high damage at close range with fast handling speeds and very low muzzle velocity. One magazine has 15 nails, and the damage drops off quickly after 25 meters, but performs best up close. So I guess this would probably be a good gun for face-off. This one doesn't specifically say it says in season on the tag, but if you read the description, it does say this is a reward earned during the Black Ops Tribute event. Alright, so that's all for the weapons. Now we have new attachments. which honestly I think one of them is a returning one, and then the other two are like aftermarket parts, I guess, for the weapon. But the first one we have is a monolithic suppressor, which provides superior sound suppression and increased range, but the moderate weight increases affects the agility. And in case you're curious, this attachment is available for assault rifles except for the AS Val, SMGs, shotguns, LMGs, marksman rifles, snipers, and pistols. Basically everything in the game. And in order to unlock the suppressor, by the way, you unlock it through the battle pass. Next we have the SWAT 556 Growl conversion, which you once again unlock through the battle pass as well. With this attachment, you will make the SWAT into a fully automatic weapon with lower damage and range, but improved accuracy, mobility, and handling. It equips a new default barrel and magazine and unlocks an exclusive 50 round extended magazine, but it will block the barrel attachments. And then for our last new attachment, we have a C9 10mm auto 30 round mag attachment, which this one you unlock in season, so we don't really exactly know when we unlock this. But anyways though, this will give you increased stopping power, though the conversion results in some increased recoil and slightly lower fire rate. But the extra damage in range and velocity makes this attachment a worthy consideration, according to the patch note person. Here we have a brand new perk for multiplayer. At least it says multiplayer. I don't know, it might be in Warzone also and stuff, but you know. But anyways, this one is called a Close Shave, and it is an enforcer perk. Automatically use your dedicated melee attack when you perform a weapon butt attack. Simply tap the melee button to attack like the old days. This is a terrible perk. Why would you ever use this? What? Anyways, you unlock this through an event that will come later on, I assume. Alright, lastly, for multiplayer at least, we have a brand new score streak, which is also in zombies as well, and that new score streak is a death machine. You don't unlock it until mid-season, because obviously it says in season. I don't think I really have to say too much about this description. It's a death machine, that's really it. Next up, of course, we have the brand new zombie map here, which is Shadowed Veil. They uploaded a trailer, so if you want to see that, I will post it in the description if you haven't even seen the trailer yet. But if you want a sort of description, it has it in the patch notes, which is: with the Sentinel artifact in hand, the crew has remote wooded hills above Liberty Falls to meet with Sam at an old mansion in the forest, which has been retrofitted to Redacted. Only with the aid of Sam's synthetic mind can the team hope to unlock the ancient artifacts, mysteries, and bring back Agent Maxis. What could possibly go wrong? Finally, after many years, we have Double Tap returning, finally. I forgot we're on the zombies section, by the way, in case you didn't notice yet. Yeah, the fact that the description literally says that it returns for the first time in nearly a decade is kind of funny. So in case you have no clue what Double Tap is, because you are a new player that has played the game within the last decade, I guess, Double Tap increases your weapon's fire rate, and of course there's going to be research for this perk, which I'm very curious to see. And obviously it's going to be available in Shadowed Veil as a machine, but it's going to be available in the other maps as well in the Wonder Fizz. So with the Double Tap augments here, we have Major, Double Jeopardy. Normal zombies at low health have a chance to die immediately when shot. Next we have Double Impact, which double hits on the same target in quick succession and deals more damage. And then lastly for Major, we have Double Standard, which all non-critical shots do double damage, only applies to normal bullet weapons. So that does not count for wonder weapons, in case you are curious, or rocket launchers, or I guess would the nail gun count since it's nails? Anyways though, onto minor augments. We have Double Time, which increases the fire rate bonus. Next we have Double or Nothing, which weapons have a chance to do double damage, but also have a chance to do 0 damage. And then lastly for the minor augments, we have Double Play, which killing 2 enemies in quick succession has a chance to return 2 rounds to your magazine, only applies to normal bullet weapons once again. Next, onto wonder weapons for Veil, and that is 2 of them, the Ray Gun Mark II and the Wonder Waff. So in case you're curious or never used the Ray Gun Mark II in your life, this is a 3-round burst wonder weapon which can be pack-a-punched and doubles as a bludgeoning instrument if you're running low on ammunition. Now the difference about this map is that they have 3 other variants of this Ray Gun Mark II. Provided you've redacted, you can experiment with additional 3 variants. The first one being the Ray Gun Mark II W, offering similar bullet patterns to a submachine gun. This also has a random chance to ignite enemies. Our second one is the Ray Gun Mark II P, which shoots ammunition like a shotgun with a chance to spawn a sigil, is that how you say that? With the ability to grant invulnerability, oh my god, that is a very big word, to the player standing on it for a limited time. And then lastly, we have the Ray Gun Mark II R, which dropping zombies with a marksman rifle like discharge, expect a chance to spread a plague infection that can inflict area of effect damage. Now, out of these 3, what sounds interesting to you guys? Or are you guys just gonna stick with the original because you guys are just used to that? Personally, easily I'm going with the W. Easily. But anyways, we have the other wonder weapon, which is the Wonderwaffe DG2, and it's basically the same as how it previously was in other games, capable of striking down hordes with chain lightning blast. This has the bonus effect of stunning crowds of zombies, usually resulting in additional, eventually terminal damage. Unfortunately, nothing special for this wonder weapon. Next up, we have brand new zombies. So first off, starting with the Elder Disciple. Now, in case you're curious for the look of the Elder Disciple, it is a strange floating apparition, but these guys gain strength as they empower the zombies around them while summoning more undead to join the battle. Using their dark magic, these fetid floating carcasses can force their allies to evolve more quickly, allowing a lowly zombie to more rapidly transform into a doppelgast or some other sinister form. Make sure you keep it at a distance to avoid the scream it lets loose against players who draw too close. The deadly enemy grows more agitated as it takes damage, so try to get the job done fast. And for our other new zombie type, we have toxic zombies. Obviously, they have a greenish hue to them because they are toxic, but they look more skeletal. Now, what these guys will do is sprint toward their prey before exploding, leaving a damaging pool of acid in their wake. They make a telltale shriek, so make sure you listen out for that before they close in. Next up, we have 3 new gobblegums, which I'm probably never gonna use. But our first one being a rare one that is called Tactical Diffusion. Disables the next nuke power-up explosion you activate and gives everyone 2000 essence instead. Okay, maybe I will use that one, I'm not gonna lie. Our next one being a legendary called Support Group. This one will give you a RCXD, Mangler Cannon, Sentry Gun, and Immune Injection support items. And then for our third one, we have a whimsical one, which isn't anything too crazy, so maybe I will actually use this one for funsies. But this is called Die Pitch, and zombies have a high-pitched voice that lasts for 3 minutes. Next up, we have a brand new feature, which is called the Camo Hub. Now, this plans to be added shortly after launch to provide players with a wealth of camo information and assist all in their quest for Dark Matter and Nebula. In order to see this, you need to go to the barracks and go to challenges. This hub will give you all the camo information, such as viewing all available weapons by weapon class with each weapon sorted by furthest camo progress, view the next camo challenge for each weapon, view the 2 available special camos for each weapon, view the next unearned camo mastery calling card reward, track/untrack a weapon's next camo, select a weapon to go to that weapon's full camo screen, and tracked and near complete tab now serves as the new home for the players manually tracked or automatically surface near complete camo challenges. Next up, we have 4 new operators. The first one being Rose, which in this one they call her R0Z3. Very extra. In order to unlock her, by the way, you need to own the Black Cell. Next up, we have Hudson, which obviously is a Black Ops character. And in order to unlock him, you need to own the Battle Pass. Next up, we have Mace, which is also once again in the Battle Pass. And then lastly, we have John Black Ops, which is a event reward for the Black Ops 6 owners. And this event will be in season. Next up, we have new events, which for some reason they only have 1, so I don't know why they have events. I mean, most likely there's gonna be more events, it just doesn't, they're not showing those. But this event is the Black Ops Tribute, which will be in season. This event will have a bunch of Black Ops stuff with rewards that honor the history of the series. All you need to do is just earn XP for the event and you will gain these rewards. Earn cosmetic content and functional equipment, including the nail gun, the C9 10mm attachment, thermite, the death machine, the close shave perk, an emote, gobblegums, and the fan requested operator, John Black Ops. Of course, like usual, they have other things that are like talking about this and that, such as the anti-cheat, which they always talk about and they do absolutely nothing, but you know. Next, we have console crossplay settings, which this one will give you 3 settings as long as you're in either multiplayer ranked play, Call of Duty Warzone ranked play, or multiplayer unranked. And you have 3 settings here, which is if you have it on, it will enable matchmaking with all gaming platforms when playing in the selected playlist. There's on consoles only, which enables matchmaking only with other consoles when playing in selected playlists. And then there's off, which restricts matchmaking to your current gaming platform only in selected playlists. And for additional details, players in a party who all belong to the same console platform will matchmake with the party leader's preferred crossplay setting. Players who have selected crossplay off and create a mixed platform party that includes a different console platform will have their crossplay settings temporarily adjusted to crossplay on consoles only to enable matchmaking. This will only temporarily adjust matchmaking, and once you disband the party, it will change back to your original setting. Once again, this is the exact same thing for if you were to join a PC player. Next up, we have random things such as preloading shader improvements. Then we have one for global, which is entering prestige will no longer reset operator, calling card, emote spray, or gobblegum customization, and address an issue where finishing move audio will continue to play after scrolling to a new tier in the battle pass. Next up, we have challenges, which this one is for Black Cell, and Black Cell now has daily challenges, and you will get 7,500 XP each for each mode. Next up, we have weapon tunes. So first off, we're gonna go with the assault rifle, and we have the XM4, which the 3-round burst mod now has a burst fire delay reduced from 160 ms to 140 ms. The GPR has reduced visual recoil now. The Goblin's rate of fire improved from 460 RPM to 600 RPM. The ADS speed improved from 240 ms to 230 ms. And for the attachment, the CHF barrel, the headshot multiplier increased from 1.5 to 1.6. They also changed the damage range, but I'm not into all that, so you can pause and look at that. AS Val, once again, they did something to the range. They also made the movement speed increase from 4.7 to 4.8. The ADS movement speed increased from 3.2 to 3.3. And for the attachment CHF barrel, the vertical recoil penalty reduced from 50% to 30%. Next up for SMGs, we have the Tanto, which once again, here is the range things. And then for the attachment, the binary trigger, the headshot damage scaling increased from 12% to 15%. The vertical recoil improvement increased from 10% to 20%. And the horizontal recoil improvement increased from 10% to 20%. Next up, we have the Jacko, which looks like got a huge nerf, as you can see from the range. The headshot multiplier decreased from 1.27 to 1.24, multiplayer only. The slide to fire time improved from 320 ms to 300 ms. The dive to fire time improved from 400 ms to 380 ms. And the increased recoil strength and deviation. Now for the vertical foregrip, the horizontal recoil improvement reduced from 30% to 20%, and for the Ranger foregrip, the horizontal recoil improved reduced from 30% to 10%. Next up, we have the Compact, which only did something for the 3-round burst mod, which reduced view kick strength and deviation, and reduced gun kick strength. Next up, we have shotguns, and for every single shotgun, the Dragon's Breath attachment burn damage increased from 25 to 30. Once again, we have the Marine SP, which has a bunch of range changes for both normal and slug, and the slug attachment also got a headshot damage scaling increase from 50% to 60%. Oh wait, the top one was for Dragon's Breath, my bad, not normal pellets. For the ASG, the rate of fire improved from 188 RPM to 200 RPM, improved shot queuing, and reduced view kick strength. Once again, here are the Dragon Breath changes, and here are the slug changes. Now for the ASG, the headshot damage scaling for the slugs increased from 50 to 60, and for the CHF barrel, the headshot multiplier increased from 1.15 to 1.3. Next we have the Maelstrom, which got a reduced view kick strength. Once again, here's the range changes for the Dragon's Breath, and here's the range changes for the slugs. Okay, the Maelstrom got a lot of changes for the slugs, but it got a reduced screen shake while firing, neck damage scaling removed was 10% increase, upper torso damage scaling removed was 10% increase, upper arms damage scaling removed was 10% increase, lower torso damage scaling now reduced by 20, lower arms damage scaling now reduced by 20, hands damage scaling now reduced by 20, upper legs damage scaling now reduced by 30, lower legs damage scaling now reduced by 60, and feet damage scaling now reduced by 60. And then for the CHF barrel, the headshot multiplier increased from 1.1 to 1.2, the vertical recoil penalty reduced from 40% to 25%, and the horizontal recoil penalty reduced from 20% to 10%. Next up we have marksman rifles, the first one being the DM10, and here is the range changes. They also made the rate of fire improve from 300 RPM to 333 RPM and receive flinch reduced by 20%. Then we have the CHF barrel attachment, which the vertical recoil penalty increased from 55 to 60 and the horizontal recoil penalty increased from 20 to 40. Next up we have the Starkov, the rate of fire improved from 200 to 230. Then we have the AEK, is just for the full auto mod and it slightly reduced the view kick strength. Next up we have the TR2, this one did get some range changes, and on top of that it got a rate of fire improved from 400 to 480. The slide to fire time improved from 370 to 360. The dive to fire time improved from 450 to 440, and it received flinch reduced by 40%. And finally, there was some movement updates, which increased crouch to stand speed up by 50%, increased crouch to stand speeds while ADS by 39%, and increased directional sprint animation blend speeds for improved fluidity. Now onto the multiplayer patch notes. We have a general playlist update, which is the Season 3 Mosh Pit, obviously for Barrage, Nomad, and Firing Range. Then we have Firing Range 24/7, and then we have Party Games, which includes Infected, Gun Game, Prop Hunt, or Gunfight. Any additional party games will also be added to this menu in the future. Gunfight was also permanently moved to the party games menu going forward. Next we have spawns, which address an issue where players could spawn at active shock charge placements. Next we have perks, which is just for dispatcher, and it increased the score bonus for interceptors from 100 to 125. Next we have score streaks, one for interceptors, which reduced score cost from 1,150 to 1,025, and we have War Machine, which reduced score cost from 1,300 to 1,150. Next we have movement updates, which reduce slide and max speed scale from 1.6 to 1.55, reduce slide max time from 0.7 to 0.65. Next we have ranked play, which I'm not too huge on, but if a ranked play cheater is banned, anyone they've recently been will receive a SR refund, and players who are detected playing with cheaters may have SR for those wins taken away. There will also be rejoining available for Season 3, so if you disconnect, you can rejoin the ranked match. You will have a total of 5 minutes to rejoin the match in progress and avoid quit penalties and suspensions. Teammates will receive a reduced SR loss if a matchmate teammate rejoins and they lose the match. Then of course we have the Season 3 rank setback, which in case you're curious you can pause and read that. Then we have demotion protection, which will be active for everyone's first 3 ranked play losses in Season 3, and players can expect 1 free loss per day via daily loss forgiveness like in Season 2. In case you're curious, here are the rewards for Season 3 ranked. Next we have challenges, which Hard and Fast Prestige Master Challenge. The description now mentions the Fast Hands perk, which also needs to be equipped to progress the challenge. Then we have some UI updates, which update the Quartermaster, Hunter's Instinct, and Slipstream perk descriptions to be clearer, address an issue where the scoreboard would be blank when opening it at the end of the round or match, address an issue where Forward Intel perk would produce inconsistent minimap zoom and functionality, added a timer to the Warner Circle that counts down the delay before emotes can be performed, an emote trigger during the countdown will automatically play as soon as the timer ends, address a private match issue where game setup was unresponsive after queuing for gun game, address an issue where the winning map would be displayed as vetoed after the veto vote concludes in ranked play, and updated the SR protection string in the ranked play lobby to be more descriptive. Finally, we have stability, which just address various stability issues. Next up, we're on zombies, which is the final tab. And in case you don't know, the main quest for Shattered Reveal goes live at 9 AM Pacific time on April 2nd. For Liberty Falls, the directed mode addressed an issue that prevented the round cap from updating properly during the Liberty Falls Pack-Punch quest. Then we have the Tomb, which addressed an issue where rarely the monocle wouldn't spawn at the Shock Mimic's location when killed for the Wonder Weapon quest. Addressed an issue where zombies could damage Staff of Ice from behind them plinth. Addressed an issue where some zombies could appear jittery when attacking the Staff of Ice. Addressed an issue that caused black smoke to come out of playable character on death. Addressed an issue where the max ammo after a special round would spawn far away from the player if they were in the Roma. And finally, addressed an issue where sections of the barrier detonating the Vermin Trial Zone were not always present. Next we have modes, which they add Team Cranked. And how Team Cranked will work is the timer starts when the first enemy is eliminated. The timer is shared across the whole team, and any kill from any team member fills it. The timer starts at 30 seconds. Each enemy eliminated replenishes the timer to its current maximum, and every round survived causes the maximum timer to be reduced by 1 second. Essence earned by eliminating zombies is increased compared to standard/directed mode. The time stopper field upgrade replaces your loadouts field upgrade, and the main quest and Easter eggs are enabled. For abilities, we have Time Stopper, which temporarily pauses the crank timer for all teammates. All operators begin the match with the Time Stopper field upgrade equipped. Time Extended. Grab this rare power up to fill the crank timer and add a small amount to the maximum time allowed. And then there will be rewards if you survive past round 50. You get a custom selection of 6 gobblegums per map, and each contains 1 high rarity gobblegum and 5 gobblegums of other rarities. You also get 50,000 XP per map for a total of 75,000 XP across all maps. Next up we have one weapons, which is just for the ray gun. That addresses an issue where the ray gun would not automatically reload when empty magazine ammo. Next we have ammo mods, which is for light mend, and we have dual action, which addresses an issue where consuming a healing glyph would not temporarily allow the player to heal faster. And for antibiotic, it addresses an issue where healing glyphs would not damage enemies that touch it. Next we have field upgrades, which is for Tesla Storm. We have overclocked, which addresses an issue where activating Tesla Storm would not increase the player's movement speed. Then we have lithium charged, which addresses an issue where the extended duration would apply to all players activating Tesla Storm if at least one player had it equipped. Next we have gobblegums, that addresses an issue where players weren't able to use their gobblegums in their pack after entering up Prestige. We then have power-ups for max ammo, that addresses an issue that prevents the max ammo power-up from refilling ammo for players that are using a mutant injection. Then we have enemies for the Mangler. It addresses an issue where Manglers could attack the player with their cannon from outside playable space. Next we have challenges, one being for the GS45 and for the LR762. These both got a change requirement to eliminations instead of critical kills due to the weapons becoming explosive after being pack-a-punched. Then we have Titan Felling, which is to get elite kills with shotguns, and it now allows special zombie kills to progress the challenge. Then we have Perfectly Charred, which is to kill special zombies with Molotovs, and it now allows thermobaric grenades to progress the challenge. Then we have Stalking Prey, which you're supposed to kill zombies with melee weapons while inside a smoke from a smoke grenade. But they removed the melee weapon requirement, so all weapons can progress the challenge now. Next up we have UI, which is a lot. Address an issue where the earned reward was missing from the notification after completing a main quest. Address an issue where the vote prompt could stay on screen after taking a fast travel. Address an issue where the deadliest weapon was incorrect in the after action report. Address an issue where reward notifications would overlap with the round cap callout in directed mode. Address an issue where the equipped ammo mod was hidden behind your support when using akimbo weapons. Address an issue where blueprint icons would be misaligned when viewing ground loot. Address an issue where players are able to interact with certain machines while spectating. Address an issue where the calling card awarded for completing main quest would not be shown in the after action report. Address an issue where mutant ejection HUD was displayed during a cutscene. Address an issue where a ping on the mystery box would stay after it changes location, and corrected some typos. Next we have graphics, which addressed an issue when using the timeout gobblegum while a white flash occurs could leave the screen white. Address an issue with visuals during the gold armor side quest on the tomb. Address an issue where the ray gun would be misaligned with players handling in third person prone. Address an issue where the pack-a-punch camo for the Donatello's bow staff blueprint would not cover the entire weapon. Address an issue that caused the Fire Eater Beam Smasher blueprint to not be visible at short distances. And finally, address an issue where some white flashes could be seen during the Terminus boat race side quest. Lastly, we have audio instability. Of course, stability just addressed various stability issues, and for audio, it addressed an issue where no sound effects played when interacting with the bottom row of the keys on the keypad in Terminus. And finally, that is all. We have reached the end of that patch notes list, which was a lot. But anyways though, what are you guys stoked for to be coming in within this season? Are you guys happy that some things got nerfed or buffed? Let me know down in the comments what you're most excited for in this. But I'll see you guys next time. You guys take it easy. Peace out.